Welcome to Divinity 648. My name is Christina. I'm a high vibrational energy intuitive, and this is the bedroom conversation for Pisces, Virgo, and a third individual. I don't know the zodiac placement, but I can feel an external energy influence surrounding this dynamic. So if you have Pisces anywhere in your um, birth chart, and you can get a free one online at astrocafe.com. You want to check and see if you and your partner have Pisces or Virgo in your birth charts. If you don't, no big deal. Only take what resonates and let the rest go. So, listen, Pisces Virgo dynamic. One person is really all up in their headspace, focused on anything, focused on ascension, focused on commitment, focused on um, the future, focused on their career, possibly making a career change or an educational change. So, one person is really focused on other things than love, but it doesn't mean that they don't want the love or they're not reciprocating the love. Um, they've pretty much just switched positions with you. Um, and now the behavior and the demeanor that you used to project, they embody, and they are now in that same flow as you, right? So the more masculine energy feels like they are trying really hard to draw in that um, love and space. They feel like they really want to come in and demonstrate that they are capable of being in a new relationship. They want to show that even though they're new to this dynamic or new to stepping into this energy that they're presently embodying, they want to really boss up and show you that they're all about you. They want to show you that they have what it takes to um, treat you the way that you should have been treated since of a mature age that should be in any type of sexual, intimate, committed dynamic. Um, they're really devoted to the energy that you have going on. There's a lot of the dominant energy. Sophia's energy is very dominant. She's in full effect. She's been here for a few days. She embodies all divine wisdom, divine knowledge. She embodies. I'm sorry, I'm blushing. She's amazing. She's a beautiful energy. She's a part of cleaning out closets. She's a part of uh, just really just clearing the air. Like, you'd have to do your own research on Sophia if you felt that it was relevant. Her vibration or her number is 47, which is the number 11 in numerology, which is master building, very high ascended master type energy. So when you get to work with her energy and embody her, you embody the energy of an ascended master. You embody that ability to teach other individuals, to help others grow and enlighten their path, right? Um, so those of you who are those of you who have been in that devoted to spiritual awakening, devoted to all this otherness, you understand what I'm talking about. And for those who are not there yet or at all, if there is any type of Pisces, Virgo energy within your dynamic, there's a masculine energy who very well may be trying to uh, really trying to bring in love. Um, Even if you're not focused on it, even if the other person's not, you have to see where this applies, who's who in this dynamic, but they're really trying. And for some people, the new commitment, I keep saying new, so emphasis it, can't even say it. Thank you. So this new energy is coming through because they want commitment. They want a life with you. They see you for who you are, and you know, a lot of people have endured spiritual attacks to block individuals from seeing their true divine counterparts. I'm shifting gears because I've been working with Sophia, and I am a high vibrational energy intuitive. So if my voice changes, my demeanor changes, it's completely natural and normal for me, because I do allow full control from like here down, but never from my third. And that allows them to give direct communication, direct knowledge, direct understanding to the listener versus third party communication like the telephone game. I'd like to allow that because I learn a lot when I allow them to, and when I say them, anybody high vibrational in my soul tribe, in my soul cord, any ascended masters, any high vibrational gods, deities, gods, goddesses. They're all gods and goddesses. We just down here seem to call them like all these freaking things like angels, saints, and all that. And in all actuality, they're on the same exact level. So, uh, back on track, Pisces, Virgo, one person really wants to come in and show you that they're more than capable of being that person that you need. They're ready for commitment with you, and they're not really trying to lose that opportunity. Now, the newness from them could very well be that they've changed, that they've realized they're running out of time and they can't really drag their feet anymore because those chances are running out. Um, so the new energy that is coming through would be the energy of them in a new way of seeing life and the connection between the two of you. For some of you, that involves a third party situation, meaning they entertained something or everything could have been a priority over you. And because um, that priority mistake, the way that they prioritized their life and their endeavors and the people that they entertained, it caused you to really want to walk away. It was kind of like, this is taking too long to be where it needs to be, and I've got shit to do. I have goals, I have deadlines, and I know who the fuck excuse me, low vibrational. So you understand, right? Okay, so person A, we'll call the feminine. Whether it's a man or a woman, it's the person who embodies the divine feminine energy. Okay, so person A, the feminine, um, pretty much, pretty much worked on their throat chakra and realized that they were no longer fulfilled in the dynamic, and they were no longer willing to wait for their person to boss up and be the individual that they needed to be. Uh, person B was really slow with, um, it's almost like they knew that they were running out of time, but they thought they still had more time. Um, so lack of communication is causing obstructions, right? So person A is ready to walk away. Person B does not want person A to walk away, but person A is tired of waiting for person B to get their shit together. And that could be one, putting them as a higher priority. It doesn't necessarily mean there's another person involved when you say third party dynamic. It could very well be work, it could be life, it could be other responsibilities. Maybe they own a business, maybe they're focused on providing a different type of, if they're the sole provider and they've got to pay for all the bills, they're working their ass off. And if you are always bitching when they come home, there's the third party energy coming through. So, no cards, just the energy. Person A, the divine feminine. Person B, the divine masculine. Person C, the karmic. Okay. And the karmic doesn't have to be an actual person, but for a lot of people with Virgo and Pisces, it is. It is an individual. So, person A, you've been really patient and understanding and tolerated a lot of unnecessary events. Though the delay in things taking off is due to lack of proper communication, due to lack of proper uh, perspective changes. And divine feminines, divine feminines are, in general, really tired of not being in alignment with their life path, right? Meaning you got shit to do. You have a lot to do. And it's really hard to focus and get that stuff done when you're not on track, right? It's like once a train gets derailed, it's really not going to get to the final destination that it's supposed to be at because it's off track. There's stagnation, there's obstacles, there's delays. And as a divine feminine, you understand that it's really important for you to maintain balance in all areas of your life and all house placements. So if you go to the zodiac house, there's 12 houses because there's 12 zodiac signs. Um, that really is the reason why. Everything is done in 12s because it breaks down to the number 3, which is divine energy, okay? And it gets a little bit deeper than that, but I'm not going into that here. So the bottom line is there's 12 houses, 12 zodiac placements, and the way that you deal with all of your situations really matters on the planetary shifts and alignments and Mercury retrograde and everything else, okay? So person A, unfortunately, is going through this inner conflict because karmic cycles have been repeating and ending, repeating and ending. And if you listen to morning messages, I've been very clear on equinox and solstice energy and using the 4 cycles of the moon to work through karmic lessons and cycles. And because the other person, person B, was taking too long to work through that solstice equinox energy, using the 4 quarters of the moon to get through karmic cycles and put things to bed with karmics in general, person A is just like, I'm fucking done. I don't even care about having a conversation. I'm not going to sit here and tell you I'm fucking done. I'm just going to do what I got to do and I'm going to keep going because I've already been here, done that, and lived through this with you. I've already told you I was fucking done. And you already do what you normally do. So moving forward, you're not going to be told I am fucking done because I'm not giving you the opportunity to do what the fuck you normally do. Period. That's the vibration of the divine feminine. The divine feminine is making it very, very clear. No more bullshit. No more playing games. Period. And the masculine understands this, whether it's through telepathic information or synchronized information, or they were invading your privacy when they shouldn't have been, and they read your personal reading that you may have done for yourself, or they went and got readings done on you, or they are listening to their intuition, whichever means of communication. Maybe they're getting it from a friend, or they have their friends contacting you for readings and other things, and so on and so forth. 14 minutes 41 seconds, which is 5-5 vibration. So major change because the divine feminine is not tolerating any more stagnation. No divine feminine can wait anymore. If your counterpart is not stepping up and getting into alignment with you, you have to walk the fuck away, because you're not doing what you're supposed to be doing. You and the divine in general, the ascended masters, whatever you want to call them, all the gods and goddesses, and I'm going to use the word God because God is the root word for both, and it's a shorter way of getting it all said moving forward. Um, they govern divine order, divine timing. Everything still has to happen the way it was meant to happen, whether you do the work or you don't. You just get left behind permanently at this point because karmic cycles are coming to an end. Um, so Person A had enough, no longer tolerating the shit. Person B all of a sudden realizes this, or already knew this but thought they had more time, and was waiting, right? Because some of them had information that they didn't want you to know that they knew about, even though deep down, if you're a divine feminine, you fucking knew that they knew. We're not even going to touch the craft part because it's not even relevant anymore now that that's been addressed by Durga. So, divine masculine is rushing through to clear every obstacle possible. And they're trying so hard to buy themselves time because they really don't want to lose you. Some of them even went to the extent of doing craft on their karmic to remove their karmic from their life, or the karmic was doing craft on them, trying to hold on to them so they couldn't leave their life. Or for some of you, the karmic was doing craft for your counterpart to stay away from you, and it backfired, and instead the masculine sees the karmic, which was going to happen anyway thanks to Kali and Oya, um, and now sees the karmic for who the karmic is and is running away. And for 97% divine feminines, everything I just said applies directly to you. It's every single one of those scenarios. It's the, I'm doing craft on you to slow you down because I don't want you to leave me and go be with someone else because I know that will be the end of us and I can't afford to lose you because you are my counterpart and I was being a selfish, low vibrational person this entire time. And I realized that that's not going to be tolerated anymore. So let me boss the fuck up energy. And then they're also coming through with the I did craft on my karmic, trying to get that karmic out of my life because I found out that karmic was attacking you, making you leave me sooner than what you were supposed to. Um, and so I did craft on the karmic to remove the karmic from my life because the karmic won't leave me alone and is doing craft to the both of us to keep us apart. So that way that karmic can stay in this dynamic longer than they're supposed to. And the karmic was doing craft on me to take me away from you while she was doing karmic craft on you to send you away, which backfired on her and made me really see her for the person that she is and is sending me further and further away from her. So a lot of people are going through every single part of that, and it's fucking insane. Number one, and I know I've said this several times, I'm gonna say it again. When you do craft on someone, Sophia, when you do craft on someone, craft is an entity conjured. It's like sicking a rabies infested dog on someone. Because the ultimate goal is to violate them in ways that are not physically imaginable in order to achieve a request that was made. That entity is going to continuously bite, attack, feed, whatever that individual that it was sent to. for as long as it possibly can, so that way that work continues to be displayed in the physical realm. Because someone conjured it, energy is like, like when you look up in the sky and those little like airplane things and they leave those, I don't even know what the hell that shit's called because I don't even like it. But it shoots across and it leaves like a trail behind, even though it's way gone though, but that trail just stays there, right? That's what it looks like. It looks like that. So when you pay someone to do something, or when you do it yourself, which is even worse, trust me, it is, that trail of energy from that entity that was called upon, it stays in your energy because you requested it. It stays in the person's energy or even yours if you're the one who did the work. And it affects everyone that you come into contact with and that your person comes into contact with that you've attacked. So if you've cleaned yourself and that other person didn't clean themselves and they're still coming into contact with a common individual, you're still getting reinfected with it, which is why I did that morning message and I called it an STD because it is a spiritually transmitted demon. It's a spiritually transmitted disease. It's going to attack the shit out of someone the same way a disease would attack an individual's immune system or internal functioning. And it's disgusting. It's disgusting. So, the bedroom conversation for Pisces and Virgo is there was a whole lot of fuckery going on. And um, the feminine energy of that situation can no longer allow themselves to be tied up in third party dynamics of any kind. So even if it's you putting work before your person, because some of you it is work, very, very few of you it's work, very, very few of you it's family before their person. Majority of the individuals in this energy, a lot of them, it's an actual person. Now, some of you, I mean, that's it. That's done. That's the bedroom conversation. I can give my 2 cents in, but I'm not going to. I'm just going to make it clear. Black tourmaline, hematite, and selenite does wonders. Work with it. Carry it. If you can keep it around your neck, even better. If you can't, around your chest would be great. And if not, then at least in your pockets. And all three. And you don't have to get big, bulky kinds. You can get small kinds, right? Those stones are very important to be working with. Um, to all degrees. So this is a selenite wand. You don't have to get it in a wand. You can get it in decorative pieces, all kinds of sizes and shapes. But, excuse me, I have to let my feline in. So, you want a raw piece. You want it to be somewhat raw. I like to grab these, drop them, and allow them to break naturally. And put them as a grid around my office space, my home, my car, things like that. And when you do your own research into these stones, or if you listen to morning messages from today, January the 13th, 2022, I went through each stone. So you can go there to understand the meanings and the usage and the benefits of them. So this is selenite, and I'm showing this on the YouTube platform. So the listeners on podcasts can go to the YouTube page if necessary, or just Google it. This is the black tourmaline. It's very raw, very rugged. And again, you can listen to the same episode to get a full understanding of why it's really relevant. And then, of course, you have the hematite, definitely an asset, as you will learn when you listen to morning messages. So, clean your energy, do what you got to do. Um, Do what you gotta do. I don't know what to tell anyone at this point because, masculines really waited until the last second to do what they had to do for the majority of them. Masculines, for the majority of them, waited to like the very last minute to do what they needed to do. And they're stressed the fuck out. They're scrambling, they're going through it, they're whatever is going on. And I get it and I see it. And it's unfortunate. But nobody told you to wait last minute to do what the fuck you needed to do. I'm sorry. So feminines are in this, whether you're doing what you need to do or not, I'm doing what the fuck I need to do, bottom line flow. They're starting their own businesses, they're changing careers, they're really ascending in a higher way that is physically tangible. They're doing whatever it is they're supposed to be doing in life. They're staying in alignment, right? Because as earlier I was mentioning, or at least I was discussing it, you have to stay on track. You can't get derailed. And every time you allow yourself to be in stagnation, you allow karmic cycles to seep in. You know, it's just not good for divine feminines to allow themselves to be stagnant in any kind of way, shape, size, and or form. A lot of feminines are focused on a lot of different things. Some of them are cutting cords right now with family. Some of them are dealing with learning how to stay grounded. Some of them have just started crossing paths with their life partner. Others are going through that phoenix rising energy where they're rebirthing themselves from that ash again. And it's like, and I know that cycle way too well of starting from scratch. Like, make no mistake, I don't care what the fuck you think is a perk. If it is unhealthy for me, mind, body, soul, spirit, energy, aura, I'm out. I'm out. I don't give a fuck. I don't care if I'm living out of a hotel. I don't care if I'm in a one bedroom apartment. I don't care if I'm sleeping on the fucking floor. I'm done. I would never stay with an individual who is not healthy for me or putting me in a dynamic that is codependent just because it's comfortable. That's fucking bullshit. Right? Divine feminines know who they are. They know their worth. They know where they're going in life. And they know that if they're not in alignment with their true self, they're going to have hardships after hardships after hardships. And who the fuck that's not what life's about. It's not. If you're in a dynamic with someone and you're not happy, fucking go. That's it. What are you hanging around for? If you are in a dynamic with someone and your heart is naturally untainted and really wants an individual that is connected with you on a deeper level. And I mean, like, we're warning messages. We all vibrate on the fifth dimension now. There's no more 3D. I've been saying this for a very long time. No more third dimension. Everybody is on the fifth dimension. Everybody is doing that. I'm psychic. This is cool now. I want to learn more about this. I want to be that divine feminine. I want to be a medium. I want to be high vibrational and channel high vibrational entities. Whereas before, all I wanted to do was play in the mud and conjure demons to go fuck up people's lives because I am not whole inside. Doesn't work like that, karmics. You cannot be. Listen, unconditional love is real, but make no mistake, if you have ever in your life done craft to hurt someone, block someone, and cause delays, you are not going to be that divine feminine. It's like the fallen angel example, right? You lost those wings. Okay, there's this moment of dark night of the soul where you go through dark night of the soul. You are not high vibrational yet. You are able to really work through the darkest parts of you, so that way moving forward it's out of that, you put that shit to bed, you close those doors, right? You heal, you grow, you experience, you understand all that stuff. And then when you cross over from your dark night of the soul, this is it, make or break. And once you fall off your path, that far off your path that you would even entertain that shit, that's when things just start to go, right? So I guess what I'm trying to explain is, while you could have received unconditional love from the divine, because gods, goddesses love their children, all of them, right? And the primary gods who created human race, all four of them, it's unconditional love for their offspring. It's unconditional. So while you might have gotten forgiveness and, oh my God, I can do readings again, and oh, I'm doing Reiki and all this stuff, you're not going to be a divine feminine. No, you're done. Any chances of you getting up there again is gone. And I'm not saying this to be negative. I'm saying this to remove some confusion and the fuckery that people like to project out there, so people think things that they shouldn't be. It's like, bottom line, you can be in union with a divine counterpart and still have fucked up. Okay? It just means the divine counterpart is going to carry a lot of fuckery, because it's not just your karmic energy they have to clean, fix, heal. It's theirs too. And they've been doing this work this whole fucking time while you've been, more obstacles, more blockages, more delays, and they're sitting there cleaning it, cleaning it, cleaning it, cleaning it, and still staying on time with everything else going on in their life, with their growth, their ascension, and being who they're supposed to be when they're supposed to be it at the appropriate time. And then you come into union, and it's like, whatever karmic cycles you didn't close, you didn't fix, you didn't heal, they now have to do that for you. And that's why it's so important to be very selective with who you decide to go and be with, regardless of who you are in this dynamic. Because now that everybody is on the fifth dimension, everybody experiences karmic energy on a deeper level. Karmic cycles are being really sealed, shut, finalized, and delivered with equinox energy in March. So the longer it takes you to do the work and to make the changes that you need to make, the worse the situation's going to be, right? So if you're fighting with your person now, if you're going through changes with them now, wait. Just wait. It's going to get so much worse when you get closer to equinox energy in March, because solstice energy is that subtle, high vibrational pick me up, like Christmas spirit, summer fever, spring, like, spring into whatever, all that stuff. Whereas equinox energy is that intense tower card moment, upheaval. You didn't do the work. Now you're going through things that just feel really rough, right? It's like that Yamoya thing I talk about in morning messages, with her energy and the way that she sends her waves out to everyone, right? Yamoya, who embodies all water, right? Which we are, more than majority of us, more than 69% water, but you should always be at least 69% water at the bare minimum, for so many reasons. But Yamoja sends her waves out, and either you're doing what you need to do completely in alignment, regardless if your counterpart is doing the work or not, and riding those waves, or you are not doing what you need to do 100%, and you could still be trying to be in alignment, but because your counterpart is really doing fucked up shit, you're getting hit with waves. And those waves get tenser and more intensified, thank you, until you actually release yourself. And the point of the waves is to clear negativity, clear craft, clear obstacles, blockages, delays, remove cords that are attached to you that need to go away. And then the cords that do get detached, those obstacles, those blockages, those karmics, they're not getting hit. They're getting hit by the wave, but they're going down and pulled under with the undertow so that way they can't reattach themselves. And those other individuals are able to get back up on top and just go with the flow kind of deal. So the way that works for people who are going into union with a counterpart who hasn't done the work, or with a, you got to see where you fit in there, because I see a lot of people like trying to get back up on top of the wave, but they're not realizing that the person that they're choosing to be with, or the priorities that they're putting first, is the reason why they can't get up there, and they keep getting hit with waves, and it's like obstacle after obstacle, and it's like, dude, cut the fucking cord, let that shit go away, or you're never going to get up there. And the ones that are up there waiting for their person to come up with them, they're like, you're causing me fucking stagnation, obstacles, and delays, because I'm sitting over here waiting for you to get up here because that one's fucking holding on for dear life. And it's like, I can't fucking wait. I'm fucking hungry. I'm trying to get back to shore, go fucking eat and do what I need to do. Like, life is not a day at the beach every fucking day, all fucking day long. It's time to get the fuck up off the water and get to shore and do what you gotta do. And these counterparts who are still dealing with these karmics and these toxic motherfuckers, and that could be family, because family could be the worst enemies too. Like, you could be putting family before your person, not realizing that your family's fucking wrong. Period. And they're, all this other stuff is going on. So feminines, or person A in this dynamic, the ones on top of the waves who have been sitting there like a fucking buoy in stagnation waiting, don't want to wait. That's it. No more fucking waiting. Person B, the masculine energy, who's still putting other things, or used to put other things, and is all of a sudden really trying hard to bring that new beginning or show that they've changed. They're still cutting the fucking cords from these things. Some of them got divorces. Some of them are in separation. Some of them have changed careers. Some of them are retiring because that's the priority that was ahead of their union. Some of them, it was substance abuse, alcoholism. Some of them, it was multiple karmics multiple karmics. Others, it really was family members. Some of them, it was spiritual faith and beliefs too. And for about 93% of everyone, it was everything. All of that was the reasons that the feminine wasn't the priority, or union with the feminine wasn't priority. So I'm also seeing I'm also seeing karmics who are only holding on to the masculines because of the energetic benefit that they are receiving by being intimate with someone who is intimate with the feminine. It's like um, codependency. It's like, if I lose you, I can't get to that one, and that's the one that I really want, because I'm ciphering the bitch's energy kind of stuff. Oh my God. And I completely understand that. Like, one time I was walking through the mall and I walked by the karmic in my dynamic, and I literally like had to do a double take, and I'm like, this bitch is fucking embodying my, like, what the hell is going on right now? And it was amazing to see that in person, because I was getting the messages and I get all of the warnings, and every time a bitch is on my energy, I know about it. And I have to sit there and be like, well, life goes on, because as a feminine, you don't attack anybody. You can't, right? We have free will, but if you really love being high vibrational and all it entails, um, or it's who you are internally, esoterically, uh, you can't. You don't have free will in that dynamic. You can just talk to your soul court, your ancestry, your soul tribe, and ask them to handle stuff for you, because if you do anything low vibrational, negative, and toxic, such as any level of craft, you will you will be on the same side of the table as that fucking karmic. Period. So divine person A is paddling like fucking hell to the shore. Person B is climbing on board. And person C is holding person B by the fucking ankles, being codependent, trying to get pulled up on board or hold on to person B until they can get to shore. Sure. You know, it's almost like, fine, fuck it. I'll just hold on as long as I can. And hopefully by the time this unfolds, I'll be at shore with these two as well. And then I can, yeah, it doesn't fucking work like that. Trust me, it doesn't. The divine's not going to have it. So that's your bedroom conversation. And that's for anybody with Virgo and Pisces in their birth chart. You would just have to know. You would just have to know how that applies, which is all divine feminines and masculines. Um, a lot of people are going through that right now. Actually, pretty much every placement. You just don't know who you are. I mean, you just don't know who you are. You don't, you know? It's like for the longest time, these karmics thought they were the feminine because they were getting the energy through the masculine. And they were like walking around like they fucking shit and piss gold. And now, because Oya and Kali was like, I don't fucking think so, and everything's still ascending, it's like these feminines are now being exposed and they're just like, bitch, you ain't shit. I don't fucking want you. I'm going over there and I'm not losing what I'm supposed to be in alignment with many years ago to entertain you anymore. And these feminines just don't care at this point because they're like, if you're a feminine, you understand you can have any counterpart you choose. Anyone. You are not tied to any masculine once you've reached high vibrational. Once you're solid on top of those waves, you can have any counterpart you choose, anyone. Um, and you'll still have all the blessings and happiness that you're supposed to have, regardless of who you end up with, because the blessings, you know, like how, so when we're born, is when our soul connects to our body, right? That's why we have to bitch slap the babies on the ass so much because you got to make sure. It's like when you wake up before you're supposed to from astral travel and you can't move your body, all you can do is breathe and look around. 4:30. So I'm loving this. I'm loving this. So feminines, once you're solid in who you are, in your path and the things that you're supposed to be doing, um, you realize that that womb, the portal for life, that life, okay, that whole thing. Um, so the soul enters through the crown and through the chakras. It comes in through the soft spot up here. Um, and when that happens, as you know, I'm not going too deep. I love those lessons, and some I like to keep selfishly. When you're, doing all that, your gut intuition. Okay, how's this? Your intuition is in your gut. When a cat gets spooked, their gut goes up, right? Like the backs of them, like closer to the tail, is what goes up in the, and their face is lower because they're spooked, they're on guard, their gut is in full gear. So our guts, especially the feminine, is a portal for energy. So when you're in that divine counterpart union, um, the divine feminine is the one who brings through all of that energy. The divine feminine is the one who births those blessings, those opportunities, those gods and goddesses that they will raise as their children. Um, And they will continue to be the one that births all of those things into existence, right? That yin yang energy. What one is abundant in, the other does not, vice versa. So, what they are abundant in, the feminine will not be abundant in, right? Which is why it's so important to pay attention to the indifference between the counterparts, because that's the imperfections is what makes everything perfect. Um, so a lot of karmics really thought they were the feminine. They were just like, this nigga's got me on cloud nine. My shit's on point. I don't have to worry or want for shit. I'm living the life of somebody else that I don't belong living in. And like all Listen, what goes around comes back around, and how you get your person is how you lose your person. So if you're sending craft out to hold somebody that doesn't belong to you, it's that same craft that you sent out that comes back to you and takes that union away. Because you have to pay the price, as I started to say earlier. You know, um that energy, like that thing in the sky, the airplane, that trail it leaves behind is exactly what it looks like. Or like when you're doing tie dyes or whatever, and you've got like the paint going in, and the object is spinning, it leaves a trail and it keeps going continuously. It never goes away. And everybody that it cross paths with intimately, right, or very close by, who don't maintain their energy and space, they get reinfected with that same energy over and over and over again. And a lot of that energy was meant to attack the throat chakra, but fuck that shit. Nobody's got time for it. So I don't know what you guys are going to do, but I do know that the masculine is either bossing up because they really don't want to lose you and they want to be that new individual that comes through. Because regardless, you are coming into union with a new energy. And either that same person can embody that energy, or somebody else who the divine feels competent will do it and join you, feminines. And the karmics, they really will be left behind. The karmics really will be left behind, because masculines are not allowing them to overwhelm them, or become a solid obstacle anymore. They're fighting like hell to get the fuck away. Some of them are losing everything to get away from a karmic. Others have relocated out of state to get away from a karmic. Some have lost their jobs because of karmics. Some went to jail because of their karmics. Some don't even know that their karmics are pregnant by other individuals. Oh my fucking god. You have karmics out here claiming to be pregnant with a masculine. Um, and it's not even the masculine's child. They just want the masculine to miss the ride to shore. You can't hold a man just for a child. You can't. Visitation, custody battles, um, you can't use a child. Listen, we are all vibrating in the fifth dimension. We are in a new era. There's no more getting away with the fuckery. None. Karmics have been cut off from the divine feminine's energy completely. Karmic masculines who have been holding on to divine counterparts that belong to other people are being challenged to really boss up and show up to remain in their position, because the original counterpart wants their feminine back and wants to step forward. I started this off calling it Pisces, Virgo, and then I understood that these are all feminine masculine dynamics. Um, for the most part, those of you who are dealing with conflict right now. So if you have, I'm sticking with it, if you have Pisces and Virgo in your placements, um, you are either understanding all of this, some of this, or most of this. Um, and if you have those placements and you don't understand these, then you want to check out the other readings that I'm going to be doing with the other signs as they come through. And I'm only doing the ones that they provide to me, and nothing else. So Pisces and Virgo and anyone else who understands this message, um, that's pretty much what's going on before you collectively. Collectively. So it's not just Pisces and Virgo, it's collective. It's definitely collective. Somehow, some way, you are dealing with codependent situation, even if it's not yours directly. A lot of you could have Libra in your placements as well. I'm getting strong Libra, Capricorn, Leo. Yeah, this is collective energy. Collectively, all of you are going through this somehow, some way, as I've said it. So be mindful. You could show submission and help your partner up, or you can let him struggle to get on board and be like, sink or swim, nigga. And I didn't say it in the, disrespectful manner. My grandfather's here, who is Cape Verdean and black. And he's just like, sink or swim to my person, because it's sink or swim at this point. There's no sink or swim for a majority of masculines. There's the feminines are going to shore with or without you. So do what you gotta do, because you'll be left behind. And some of you, it's as simple as just communicating, but you're not even doing that much because your throat chakra was attacked by your karmic, or you really fucked up and you're scared to say everything that needs to be said. Um, but it needs to be said. Like, you need to own your shit. Yeah, I messed up. I don't want to go into details, but this is the plan. This is what I'm doing, and this is how I'm getting it done. Or you are going to continue to struggle to get on board. Have a nice day.